Hello, everyone. How's it going? It's a Friday night tonight, and it's 41 degrees in New York. Going on the matters at hand, I'm trying to talk about the gaming industry failing this year, all the way up from last year. And the thing is, it's not the first time it's had this issue. They had the issue way back in the 80s with the was it the 3-bit error, the square bit error, whatever you want to call it. And it always had issues with the gaming industry, going with the violent video games in the 90s when they're trying to ban that, and when the the woke agenda, the woke the wokey woke left was trying to ban anything that was that braided. Knowing that the gaming industry is failing, and I had to bring this up because it's so funny how wokeness is wokeness is the cause of the gaming industries this year instead of too many cheap games. And it's funny and it's hilarious that wokeness is killing the gaming industry. By the time probably by like the next 5 years you'll be seeing gaming as you know it as a niche thing because all what they're doing to the gaming industry. Knowing that it's 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 embarrassing to see that the gaming in general is slowly failing. I I don't know why the gaming companies realize that going woke is a good thing because all it's doing is making them go broke. I know that not a lot of people are gonna watch this because everything's going on at once. You got the Legion of Dude and all this other freaking people that are doing their shit, and I'm just doing my own thing. Anyways, knowing that the gaming industry is failing, well, let me see here. Let me bring this up. They made reboots of each game and destroyed what was good about the games when they remade it. Or they had to have a royal. They call it the royal edition, but basically it was just a fix of all the shit that they screwed up on in their games, so what they cut out and cut corners in. And then they had the was it way while back they had the Fable anniversary. That was another one they had to do because what they did the game was super short. They couldn't do much with it. No one Everybody thinks it's like, oh, it's gonna stay around. It's just a slow turning. It's not gonna turn at all if it keeps with how the gaming industry the indie games is what's keeping gaming alive because third party is just don't know what they're doing. And you're gonna be seeing us. You're gonna be seeing like gamers turning away to certain games if it's reboots or anything because they don't know how to produce their games and shit. Was 1984 was the 84 was the first meltdown because they were producing games really quickly, and it was the same games but with different names on them. What killed it the most was ET. You're gonna see another wave of two. You're gonna see a 2.0 failure, gaming industry failure, like you did in the mid 80s, but it's not gonna be as bad as like the 80s version of it, where like everybody was refusing to sell gaming because of knowing how the gaming industry was cheap and cheaply made on doing things. In like you're gonna see like a change, like a dip in a change, because what they're gonna do is they're trying to force people to not shit talk on gaming. They're trying to end shit talking on gaming. They're trying to end funny memes and stuff in gaming because they're saying that, oh, memes hurt people's feelings. It's like, where'd you get that from? Because it's definitely not what what it is. And then you have, what was it there, the meltdown of Rockstar after they showed GTA 6. Like, somebody posted the leaks of GTA 6, and I have to say it's woke as shit. It's nothing good. It's gonna fail hard. Like Saints Row, the new Saints Row, because they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, it looks good when it's like it when it's the Voice City area looks good, but what they have for around it, it just makes the game look stupid. Like, really, like, who would buy this shit? And then there was it there the PlayStation, the Japan shitting on PlayStation because they knew that all PlayStation do is censoring people left and right with anime games and shit. You're gonna be seeing all the anime game, all Xbox gonna get Xbox and Nintendo are gonna be like the only ones that are gonna be holding on strong in the next 2 years. You're gonna be seeing PlayStation turn out to be another Sega. You're gonna be seeing Steam slowly go downhill because of all the controversy freaking newsletters of what Steam was doing to people, banning people just for having funny conversations. It's it's sad for me to report on this and rant about this, that our gaming industry, the gaming industry in general, is going through another 1980 disaster. And I'll nobody's gonna watch this probably because they're gonna like, oh, it's boring. It's ranting about video games. But anyways, the thing that's gonna kill the gaming industry is the 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 political shit, the woke agenda shit, and they're not gonna get where they're gonna get at now to being in gaming because they don't know how to set their standards in gaming. They don't know what to they don't have free speech anymore in gaming. It's coming to the point where everybody's gonna say go fuck yourself, basically. And it's sad that YouTube doesn't do anything for gamers lately because they'll copyright strike them with music and anything else that will hurt their platform in some way, in some stupid way. Twitch is like the only Twitch and Facebook are the only ones that you can that you can get away live streaming and not have to worry about getting a copyright strike or getting your channel taken down. Knowing that, seeing all this stuff's going on these years, you know that in the next probably like I'm not gonna say like 10 years, it's gonna probably be like 9 years, you're gonna be seeing a declining in gaming, and you're gonna be seeing a declining of live streaming in gaming because how the the developers are just pissing off gamers even more every time. Like, oh, let's try to be like transgender or something like that. It's like, no, stop trying to make gaming woke. And I found out that the new GTA character, the second main character in GTA, is going to be transgender. It's like, I knew it, killed it this year. Because I knew it was gonna happen. I knew they're gonna make it woke as hell. And I wasn't gonna say anything. Wasn't gonna say anything till I found out. And it's funny that it actually turned out what I thought it would turn out. I am not really worried about watching that shit go downhill because it's funny. It's hilarious to see that everything, like the gaming industry, the gaming series is going downhill. Like GTA is Rockstar is becoming lionhead now with all their shit with the gaming industry. Oh, on their side of the gaming industry, because they are changing shit to please the other side and not pleasing the fans that actually played their games over the years, because they want humor and not being, hey, let's not hurt anybody's feelings. Playing it safe is stupid. The reason why gaming was fun was it took out playing it safe and having a fun time exploring. Nobody, and it's funny how they use gun violence because video game causes gun violence in America. It's not actually. It's actually lower than what it is, and people think it's like, oh, it's gonna be such and such, but no, it's not. It actually, the people that actually got tested on that played the games had a less interesting of shooting someone than what it is now. It's sad that EA and all those other gaming companies, well, not all of them, but most of them, don't give a shit about the fans and shit. They're more based on trying to do something the same shit, but with the gender transformation shit. Like look at River City Girls. It's basically River City Ransom with a gender swap, basically, because all they're doing is changing the scenery, the gameplay, and everything else. And people are like, oh, it's not like that, bro. It's not gonna be like that, bro. Definitely is, bro. Definitely is. And then the thing is funny about it, when the mid 80s had that issue with the gaming failure, with the stocks dropping and all the other stuff, because they didn't give a shit about they they were they were trying to bring stuff out quick. They were trying to not make it they were trying to not make it quality style. They're trying to make it quick, thrown out. Like basically like what indie developers do. Like, here's a taste of this game. If you like it, we'll make it better. At least indie games, they put their heart and soul in their games. When you look at third-party games, they don't give a crap about what they're doing. They're doing less than what they're normally doing. I can say, well, I can't talk shit about Namco, because Namco brought out a lot of good games, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, the Soul series, the Soul style games. Those were awesome. They had freaking cool ideas with it. But looking at it now with certain other games, it's just I wish they had a Castlevania. Because Konami can do so much with their stuff, with their catalog. Because there is so many games. They own Hudson Soft. They could do the Island, the Island Adventures. They have Bomberman. They got everything. They got everything that what you call it used to, like Hudson Soft used to run with, or what they used to have with Nintendo. They also own Sunsoft, so they got more games because they bought. Well, they're not. They buy Nintendo's thing. They partnered up with Nintendo, so you got so much shit that they can dish out. They got like Xbox, like Microsoft have Rare now. They could have done with Nintendo, worked with Nintendo, and made Double Dragons and Battletoads 2, or the Kunio with Double Dragons fighting anything. That they have so much potential with their shit. Look at Konami. They could have done a Mega Man Legends 3. Instead, they're doing Street Fighter and whatever else that's throwing out their feet. But I'm not shitting on Street Fighter because I like the Street Fighter series. If it wasn't for Street Fighter, we would have Final Fight. We would have the spin-off of Final Fight. We would have that. We wouldn't have Fighting Force, because Fighting Force was part of that genre. That's another thing. Capcom should buy back the franchise and redo the Fighting Force / Final Fight. They could have called it Final Fight Force and had all the characters from Fighting Force and Final Fight work together to fight enemies. There is such good ideas that they could have done with any game. But no, they tries to choose to do the cheap path, work with it somewhat, and then make it woke. There is so much they could have done with the franchises of each game. Like Mega Man, you name it. There's a lot of games out there that could have got a reboot. But you see, the only games that get a reboot or get a sequel to are the games that are like Final Fantasy, or games that nobody gives a shit about anymore because it's been overdue for so many years. How many times do you have to do Final Fantasy? How many times they have to go on an adventure and do one thing? It's to protect the crystal. How many times do you have that? It's so overplayed. Even the online, the Final Fantasy Online, like the last time I can say I played Final Fantasy Online, the 14th game it was okay. It wasn't best like Final Fantasy one, well, not Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy 11 with the puppet master when you had the puppets fighting the you had the summon puppets that fighting the enemies and shit. That was awesome. You also had the summoner class that was awesome, and it didn't ruin your magic or nothing. Yeah, what else they had for? They had they had the bard. They had the beastmaster. You had ninja. You had everything, and then when Final Fantasy 14 came out, they cut back on all the good classes that people loved. Like Summoner, they made it so cheap where you only could have four animals, or whatever summons you could have. Um, Scholar, they screwed that one up. Oh, let's see here. They were gonna put in Puppet Master, but they didn't do it. But they put in Gunblade, and they're like, let's have people remember Final Fantasy VIII. It's like, why don't you just make a sequel to Final Fantasy VIII? Because it would have been a good thing. But no, they have to make a sequel to Final Fantasy 15 where the game was so awful they cut corners with everything and you didn't know what the hell was going on in the story. You had to play each the phone and the spin off and to figure out what's going on. It just reminded me too much of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, where you had to play the side games to understand what the hell was going on with the story. Gotta love Disney and Square Enix. I'm glad that the Xeno series went to freaking doing their own shit, because Xenoblade was the awesome game. The Xeno Saga and Xenoblade are the most awesome games from the companies, the people that made that in that company was awesome. And then when they went to whatever, they changed the company when they got their own company and they brought it over to Nintendo. I was like, wow, I just want to play this again. I'm sad that they're not doing anything with the Mana series, because there's so much potential in the Mana series. Like, there was there were so many Mana games out there. They could have done another one to recap from the old ones, but they're not doing anything. They don't give a crap about it. It's the thing about it is how they're gonna be dying. How the gaming industry is dying is people are gonna be fed up with seeing reboots of old games that has been rebooted so many times that nobody cares about for it. How many times they have to reboot Skyrim and all those other games? They rebooted Skyrim like 10 times this year. Well, not this year, but past few years they redid, well, not 10, but they did it like 3 times. It's like, here's Skyrim. Here's Skyrim again. Here's Skyrim for the third time. It's like Diablo 3 when it had to do it twice with the reboot just to get the game going. It's nothing. They're not going to change it. They're not going to do anything different. It's going to be the reboots are just going to, they're not going to do add on anything to the reboots. So it's worthless. So anyways, I'm going to end it here because I've just ranted too much. I hope everybody has a good one. I hope everybody enjoyed the Thanksgiving. And everybody stay classy. Enjoy yourself. Peace and love to all.